So Faith Jeffries is one of our teachers at Alexandria City High School. When we first met her over the summer, she had just started working for ACPS as an AVID teacher, and we met her with her colleagues, Jody Peters. Jody, are you here? Yes, that's her supervisor, Jody. And the AVID program, if you're not familiar with it, it really is just such a jewel in our school system. We're so lucky that we have this program, and AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, and it's a system that enables basically college access for self-determined students who are typically underserved and underrepresented in four-year colleges, students in the academic middle, and then those who are the first generation in their family to attend college. It is, the work that they do, the outcomes, it's concrete and it's really life-changing. And so SFA, really loves working with partners like AVID because we want to make sure that we're all supporting those students. So in any event, when we met Faith, she mentioned that she was an alum, and which is always really cool when you have someone come into the office. And she told us that she was an SFA recipient, which is even better. And again, how wonderful it is that that someone like Faith comes back to Alexandria City Public Schools to work with our students. How lucky are we? So anyway, we thought she is definitely someone we wanted to make sure that you all got to hear from. She graduated in 1992 and received the Charlton Family Scholarship and went to Norfolk State University. I sort of talked with Jody just to get a little bit of feedback, and she could not have been more complimentary. And what she said is just really touching. She said, Faith, about you, her heart and soul and spirit underline her outward support, advocacy, and urgency for students to take on new opportunities, and that is what our AVID students truly need. She is humble, she seeks to learn by asking, and she truly wants the best for each student whom she encounters. Her own experiences speak to the heart of AVID, and this is why relational capacity in her entry point for everything she does. So this is really lovely, and I'm sorry to do that to you, but I do. Without further ado, please welcome Faith Jeffries to say a few words.
Wow, Jody. Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Faith Jeffries. I'm currently an AVID teacher at Alexandria City High School. Some of us old school Titans still call it T.C. Williams. But I'm trying to be correct. I am there now teaching AVID 11, so I have juniors this year. And just want to share a little something with you guys. I did write it down because I want to stay on track and then keep things in a timely fashion. But okay, here we go. Yesterday, I had the privilege of chaperoning a field trip for our DECA students participating in a regional competition. Before boarding the bus for transport, I watched as they diligently practiced the role play scenarios that they had to present. They had to use to present to the judges of the competition. So I was walking around, I was listening to our young Titans practice their presentation and their ideas with their peer partners. And all of them were fully dressed in business attire. I mean, they were dressed to the nines. When you see our youth, not in the Jordans and the sweats, and then you're like, oh wow, you look like a young adult, right? So I actually was able to see them in a different light. And I saw them as entrepreneurs and leaders in tomorrow's business world, and it made my heart smile. One of our students participating, where he was practicing his presentation for the competition, is one of my AVID 11 students. This young man was well prepared for the event because he in fact has his own business. He created his first banner and printed his first business cards just last week, and he is a junior in high school. He makes jewelry, coffee mugs, pens, and keychains. So I have a pen in my purse, and this is one of the little bracelets that he made. I love supporting him. I keep saying I'm going to see him on the cover of Forbes one day. And, I want to keep this and say, this was made by... Okay. He aspires to become an entrepreneur. And in my ADVA class, the students are currently researching colleges that they want to attend, and we're also exploring ways to cover the cost. So I actually asked, so Ms. Miller, we worked closely together, and Ms. Samuel, actually came into the class to give my juniors some guidance on, because there's so much out there, and the process was overwhelming a few weeks ago for them. So she came in and gave them some guidance on what is out there available right now for juniors, right? Because they're actually ready to go to Ms. Miller right now for the FAFSA, so we're like, no, wait, you have to be a senior. You know, the enthusiasm is great, but don't go to Ms. Miller's office right now. One of the students' main concerns is how he's going to pay for college. As students are searching and applying for scholarships, he feels discouraged because his GPA is not necessarily stellar. His grades aren't terrible, but it's evident that he is facing challenges, and he has. He lost his mother in his freshman year, so his grandmother is now his guardian, and his family doesn't have an abundance of money, particularly a fund set aside for him to pay for college tuition, room, and board. This is just one story. We have such a diverse group of talented, bright young Titans that come to us from all backgrounds with their own set of stories of triumph, tragedy, and yes, promise. Here's another story. A young student was enrolled at George Washington Middle School in her third year of foster care. 2 years later, the girl was legally adopted, thriving at home and at school. College was on the young lady's agenda, but covering the cost of higher education was mountainous. As a product of the system, there was no account set up for her to cover or even alleviate the cost of tuition, room, and board. This is the case for many foster children, especially those who are adopted at the age of 13. According to the National Foster Youth Institute, only 3 to 4% of foster children obtain a 4-year degree. The young lady applied to the Scholarship Fund of Alexandria in her senior year at T.C. Williams High School. She received a scholarship, which proved to be an essential piece to funding the cost of tuition, room, and board. That young woman is not young anymore, but stands before you tonight honored to be here as a Titan alumni. And a proud Titan educator to say thank you. Thank you. I am that girl, that product of the system, that hopeful college prospect who needed financial support to achieve a goal, the dream of obtaining a college degree. Thank you, supporters, donors, friends, for helping a little lady with a big dream beat the odds and defy a statistic. Because of that boost, I've come full circle. I earned my bachelor's degree in English from Norfolk State University, and that led me to return to school many years later and earn my master's degree in education from the University of Phoenix. I have been working in education since 2001 as a middle school drama teacher, including George Washington Middle School, then as a high school drama teacher, and I also worked in higher education at the University of Phoenix and at George Mason University in admissions. I am currently an avid teacher in Alexandria City High School, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed with honor and joy because I've been so blessed. Your contributions and support to the Alexandria City Scholarship Fund of Alexandria are paying off every year, and each year since 1987. And I thank you. I thank you on behalf of each and every recipient of the scholarship. Let's not dare to imagine the untouched dreams of young Titan graduates that cannot pursue their aspirations because of financial hardships and challenges. Our students, our future graduates, hold the key to better businesses, more advanced health care, improved mental health, and quality of life, and the overall goodness to our humanity and the future world in which humanity will exist. Let's keep a great thing going and continuing to fight the good fight by providing open doors to our young scholars. Our future is full of hope because of them and because of you. Thank you.